Let's go to our man John from Jacksonville. John, you still on the line with us?
I'm here.
Hey, thanks for calling in.
You're welcome. I'm glad to be here.
You are wonderful. What did you want to look at? Or
No. I just want to give you a big slobbery virtual kiss.
Oh.
I can't tell you how excited I am about your system. I can't tell you how much it's meant for me. I made $23,000 in about a month's time with your system. I do not have one single position that I've lost money on.
Oh, you're
I am just stunned. I am a moon lover.
It is now time for The Trader's Edge with your host, Steve Rhodes.
11 seconds. You've got 10 seconds. The countdown going on right now. Morrow up to Schultz. 5 seconds left in the game. Do you believe in miracles? Yes! Unbelievable.
Now, Steve Rhodes.
Good morning, traders. Welcome back. Thanks for first, if you're just joining us right now, thanks so much for joining us. If you've been with us this morning, thanks for staying tuned. And folks, I absolutely love being here with you. The best time of my day. I get jazzed up for it. I can remember, wasn't that long ago that Tom asked me to do the first show. And I remember doing that first show and said, yeah, I want to do that. I mean, I knew that I had the vision and I wanted to do this. But, it's one thing to have the vision. It's another thing to go ahead and take the action to go ahead and do it, to get outside your comfort zone. I mean, I didn't have any experience doing this, being able to communicate. I mean, public speaking, that was really not, that was not so much of a issue as just me talking to you in the camera. It would be great if I could see out and see all of your television sets. I guess the technology exists out there. We could have all these little tubes or what have you and, could see people. Certainly the technology is out there for that. But, right now I'm basically just talking to, to air, to a lens or what have you. But, I can just remember back to when I was first asked to do it and all of the preparation that was involved because, whenever I do anything, I don't know if it's like yourself, but whenever I do anything, I want to do my absolute best. I want to do as outstanding. It's not perfection, okay, because that is a level, folks, that is the worst level possible to try to live up to. You do not want to be perfect in life. And the reason is because you can't. See, perfection is absolutely the lowest level attainable. And so, you've got to, and it's so helpful to understand that because that will help you not only in life, it'll help you in your trading. Because in trading, this is not a game about perfection. This is a game about understanding how to make money, using money management tools, using probability analysis, using patterns, whether it's a move of a move, an A, B, C, D, and selling on the Ds, a Gartley pattern, test of swing points. They're all different types of ways. You can use the Chapman wave. I mean, you can name them. But you've got to find a system that works for you, and you have to be willing to take action. And just like me, when I was first asked to do a show and I knew I wanted to do it, so if you're sitting there and you don't trade actively, but you have this inkling, you think you want to do it, what you want to do is you want to be able to take some action, some massive action. We've got so many tools here at TFNN, and what it really boils down to, this is where the real motivation comes in, folks. It really comes in from understanding your potential. It's about having this, what you have to do, and what we do in trading, I know the biggest trick when I take a look at a chart is really to take a look at that chart and see it the way that it is. That means get rid of the biases that I might have in my mind. When I can clear my head of the biases and come take a look at that, and and what was really great was David White sent I know it's part of his newsletter, but he sent me some other links last week with regard to, and I think he talked about it in his show, and if not, I'll ask him to make sure that he does it again tomorrow, and he should listen to his show tomorrow. He does that from 3 to 4. But he sent out this great little link that had you counting people passing two different teams, passing the ball to each other, and your focus there. I don't want to tell the whole thing away because we'll somehow get the link to you. Maybe David will go ahead and put it up in the den for me, and I'll pass it on to you folks. But what it did was it allowed you to, if you did what you were asked to do, which was focus on achieving an outcome. What happened was your vision was so blind you didn't see everything else that was going on in front of you. And so it's just like with the charts. and it's a way of being able to get rid of your bias. What you want to do is you want to clear your mind of everything. You want to do that in life before you're taking any kind of action. You know, don't go into an outcome necessarily with a bias, you know. And so what you want to be able to do is you want to be able to clear your vision so you can take a look at the charts. You know, right now here when I'm taking a look at the charts, and you can watch this on Tiger TV, just go to tfnn.com. You can click on the Tiger TV, watch it live. This show is also archived on Channel 14. And I'm just looking at the Dow, and right now you can see the little run that we're in right now. We're making lower lows, and we've made some higher highs. So we've got this channel, you know, we've got this channel that we're in. There's some ABCD patterns that we've been made, and we'll go take a look at that. And so the point here, folks, is understand your potential. You know, we just did the last show, and Tom and I were talking as we broke, you know, and I really believe that where we're at right now, that this money game, that this is really the next huge industry. Because when you take a look at the power of technology that's available to us, what we're actually able to do now versus what Tom and Larry and others were able to do years and years ago, what we have at our fingertips right now, folks, it is so powerful. And what we want to be able to do is we want to empower you. We want to help you make that leap. You can make it in small chunks. We want to teach you about the money game. That's what all of us contributors are here doing. And what we want is we want you to have a compelling future. And the only way to do that is for you to have a vision of what it is you want your future to look like. Because without having a compelling vision, without having a vision, folks, you know, what you're going to do is you're not going to be any progress in your life. You know, you're not going to get anywhere. And so it's so important to envision what it is that you want your future to live like. So, you know, thank you so much for being here with me. And, you know, let's go take a look at the markets. I think we're going to have a pretty decent day in the markets. Now, the reason I say that is, I know, of course, old Uncle Ben Bernanke, he could change that, you know, in a heartbeat. I don't know what time it is that he speaks today, but I think David posted it, so I'll grab it and I'll put it on my screen here during the next break, the video I was talking about. But, you know, right now we've got the DAX is up about 38 points. The FTSE is up 26. Now, that's not really a big, huge move, but it had been up early in the morning. Then it was down. In fact, we can go quickly over to take a look at the DAX chart here. And because they were such a leader on the way down, you know, right now they're trading at 54.40. They got down into the 51.50 area. Let me see. The low actually a couple days ago was 51.50.05. So, you know, what they're doing right now, what the DAX is doing is filling the gap. The low of the gap there was 54.93.31, and we're trading at 54.42. So it's trying to fill the gap there. And it's trying to fill the gap there. That's its first move. But what's more important is if you're taking a look at this on Tiger TV, what you're seeing is that three drive to a pattern bottom that was formed there. So now I'm going to do is this is on the daily chart. Now I'm going to take you over to another three drive pattern. This is the three drive pattern that when Tom and I were doing the show, and Larry called in and he pointed it out to us, or maybe he sent an email, and then he called in while he was traveling overseas. And I'm going to pull up the 30-minute contract on the gold contract here. Now, let me move over to that time frame. And what you're going to see is the gold contract had made a three drive to a top pattern, because you can make these either to the top or to the bottom. And the three drive to the top pattern that this thing made was perfect symmetry in time, perfect symmetry in price, and that's where it had made that high of 1917. Now, the question is, when you make those types of three drive patterns, then what happens next? You know, where are you potentially going to move down to? Where are you going to potentially move up to? Well, again, if you just take a look at the 30-minute chart, and the reason why we like to teach you about 618, 786 retracement areas is just simply on the 30-minute chart. If you go back to where gold really had its last major swing point areas, you'd be in that 1580 area. And simply, if you just simply go take a look, you can see that what gold did was it moved all the way back down to that level, into the 1700 level. And as it was going into the 1700 level, folks, what does it do? It makes a three drive to the bottom pattern. You know, so you can see that gold's got this pretty huge trading range. You know, you're talking from 1705 to 19, a nice big trading range. And of course, what we know is that gold a couple days ago went up and tested that high. Now, if we go back to the DAX real quickly and we take a look at the DAX, and you put those same type of principles, where would this go to? If you just simply take a look at this move off of its last swing point, which is really July 26th in the DAX, And when you take a look at the 0.618 area, this would be one huge move. This would take it up to 65.46. We'll have to watch to see how this thing unfolds. What's really important here about the DAX, if you caught my first show, is that bottom. Because you've got a 3 drive to a bottom pattern here, when you fail, if you fail miserably. And likely this means that in the DAX's case, you will not just go down one more level, which would really be the 0.786 area of the entire move in the March. You probably would go down and you would touch those March lows, because what the DAX has already done is the DAX, and this is a big heads up for us folks, the DAX has already made a 618 retracement of its entire move from the March lows. That would be coming in at the 5100 area, and we got down to 5150. So you can see that the next level, should that 3 drive to a bottom pattern fail on the DAX, that's going to open up the, let's take a quick look. What that's going to do is that's going to take us to 4425 real quick. And, and that probably gets right back to Tom's S&P at the 825 level. So, this is a one world marketplace, folks. A lot of, the world is a small place, and it's important. You can get your cues. You can see what's going on inside the marketplaces around the world. And again, we've got the DAX. It's been bouncing around. If you just take a look at right now at the daily activity, again, it's trading at 54.27. So that's on the 3 drive to a bottom and a 3 drive to a top pattern. Anyways, 877-927-6648. Let's go take a look at the Dow chart here. Let me just move my chart in. Maybe we're getting clipped off on TigerTV. And on the Dow, you can see we're making higher lows here. The first low that we did, we came in with, was on August the 9th. The low that we had there was 10.604. The next low that we have in there, a higher low, we come in at 10.801. Where's the next low that we come in? The next low that we come in is on August 26th, a little bit higher at 10.929. And what do? We come in with the next low, September 6th, at 10.932. So we continue when you make higher lows and higher highs, and we're doing that here. So this portion of the move that we're in right now is going to be very telling to us. We are setting this upward channel up. Now, what we've also done here is the first move off of the bottom that we had is we made an ABC. Was it perfect? No, it wasn't perfect, because we don't live in the world of perfection, do we, folks? We want to just simply be outstanding. And so this created an outstanding A to B equals C to D. The actual price projection would have been 11,726, and where it got to was 11,712. So it was a beautiful move, and that's the move here where Tom and Larry went ahead and took a short position, lasted nicely for 3 days, 3 trading sessions, I should say, and then we've moved up off of that. So the question is, since that was really only a 0.618 retracement, are we making our next ABC pattern? Well, our next ABC, you simply can go back to the original C point, the low of August 19th, go up to the high that we made here, and the high again there, folks, was on the August the 31st time frame. Come down to the low that we made 3 days ago. That would take us to 11,843, or right in that general vicinity, folks. So we're going to know here, because we're going to start attacking the swing point from August 31st. We'll see what kind of volume we've got coming into it. Anyways, great to be here. 877-927-6648. Give me a call if you get a chance.
Yeah, it's always better when we're together.
If you're in the market for a jumbo preferred non-conforming loan anywhere from $417,000 all the way up to $3 million, and you have a FICO of at least 720, then EverBank is your answer. As a direct lender with processing, underwriting, and funding all under one roof, EverBank can offer the most competitive rates, greater efficiency, and shorter closing times. Now is the time to act. EverBank offers fixed terms of 10 and 15 years, as well as adjustable terms of 5, 7, and 10 years, including interest-only options on primary residences. For more information, call EverBank today at 877-471-5970 to talk with a member of their concierge team that will walk you through the variety of loans they offer. That's 877-471-5970, and let them know you heard this offer on TFNN. EverBank, 877-471-5970, 877-471-5970.
TFNN is proud to bring you the cutting edge of newsletters. Ken Shreve's Ultimate Growth Stocks. Ken is a top-down investor who lets price and volume in the major stock indices tell him when to be in the market and when to be out. By using his unique blend of fundamental and technical analysis, Ken will protect your hard-earned capital while realizing breakout gains. Go to TFNN.com today. Click Investments and Newsletters and get Ken Shreve's Ultimate Growth Stocks free for 2 weeks.
Great Basin Gold is a mining company engaged in the exploration and development of 2 emerging gold properties in Nevada and South Africa with a total resource base of more than 23 million gold ounces. Great Basin Burnstone Mine in South Africa opened in February of this year with a resource of 20 million gold ounces, becoming the first mine to open in the historic Witwatersrand Basin in the last 30 years. The Burnstone Mine is projected to have a 25-year mine life and is fully financed with production anticipated to be over 250,000 ounces per year at a cash cost of only $450 per ounce. The Hollister Mine in Nevada became fully integrated in the 4th quarter of 2010 with annual production estimates of 110,000 ounces of gold per year over the 8-year mine life at a cash cost of only $527 per ounce. Great Basin Gold is cash flow positive and trades on the Toronto and New York stock exchanges under the symbol GBG. X-Story Gold Mines, an NYSE Amex-listed company trading under the symbol XG, is slated to be the newest gold-silver producer in Argentina. X-Story is forecast to produce more than $250 million in bullion annually, beginning in 2013, at a cash cost of less than $200 for each ounce of gold produced. That forecast will make X-Story one of the highest margin operators in South America and a sector leader in the mining industry. X-Story has $50 million in its treasury, having spent over $60 million to date on drilling and engineering. The ultimate size of its Argentina discovery could be determined by year-end as results from the 6 drills operating at the site are fully assessed. To find out more about X-Story Gold Mines and their exciting growth potential, click on their banner on the front page of TFNN.com or check them out on the NYSE Amex under the symbol XG.
TFNN introduces Tiger TV. Tiger TV brings you video content to help you succeed in the financial markets and beyond. Investors and traders can get in-depth information, news, commentary, and education for investing and trading equities, options, commodities, forex, futures, and more. Just go to TFNN.com and click Tiger TV and select your favorite channel from the carousel on the left. Grab a popcorn and get ready for Tiger TV, a great new service from TFNN.com. This segment is brought to you by BackTech Environmental. For more information, just click the BackTech banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
It's always better when we're together. Yeah, we'll look at them stars when we're together. Well, it's always better when we're together. Yeah, it's always better when we're together.
Welcome back, folks. 877-927-6648, and hope you're having a great Thursday out there. It is Sushi Thursday, folks. Go out and have a little sushi, a little sake for lunch, maybe dinner. And we've got the Dow up 31. You've got the S&P's up 1, the composite up 12, and the small caps are also up 1. Now, hey, I mentioned the video that was. It's a really great video for you to watch. It's called. Go to YouTube, YOU, and search on the term invisible gorilla. Sort of gives it away a little bit, but go ahead and check that out because, you know, it's very helpful for you to, it's just good, you know, because just go watch it. Go watch it and then and maybe send David a email because he's the one that brought it to my attention. It's just really a great way to help you to see the things that you miss. Sometimes I do a test here with folks or what have you, if I'm doing any speaking engagement or what have you, and I can have people look around the room and I can, you know, tell you to, and maybe you've seen it before, you know, and I can, and really just take a look around your room right now, you know, and if I tell you what I want you to do is I want you to focus on, you know, the color red. I mean, just look around the room, wherever it is that you're at, you know, and I want you to look and I want you to focus on the color red. You know, focus on the color red, and, you know, you can do that for maybe about another 10 seconds or what have you, and just look, you know, look to up, look down, look to your left, and focus on the color red, and close your eyes, you know. And then the next question I'm going to ask you, obviously, is what's blue in your room? And the thing is that you can be so focused on just one thing, you won't see anything else around you. Well, if that's how you trade, if that's what you're looking at when you trade, folks, we want to teach you to be able to look outside of what it is that you're focused on. And that's really the cool thing about trading. It's the cool thing about learning the different systems that we here at TFNN sell, because there are different ways to analyze and take a look at it. And what you have to find is you've got to find a trading system that you're comfortable with so that it becomes easy for you to pull the trigger. So go to YouTube, try Invisible Gorilla, and and I think you'll enjoy the little 10-minute video that's there. Now, what I've got up on my screen here is I've got the futures contract. I've got the ES Mini, the 120-minute contract out there. Now, what we're taking a look at here, and I mentioned this on the 9 o'clock show, is you can see that we've done this, the retracement that we've done on this last move up has been not even a, let me just delete a couple of things here real quickly. And the retracement, I'm going from the 1136 area, and when we go to 1136, all the way up to the high that we made yesterday afternoon at about 3:30, the pullback, a 0.382 pullback would be at the 1174 area. The only pullback that we've had so far has been down to the 1182 area. So, that's telling us that right now, and we'll just see how the day plays out here, but it's telling us that we may have a fairly powerful move up here, setting up a nice large ABC. And when I say large, folks, we are in the worst bear market possible. So let me just make sure that what we're looking at here is we're looking at tradable patterns to take the next short position, because what will happen next, should we make this type of move, is we definitely will be in a Gartley sell pattern. And if you were to take a look at H.M. Gartley's book, he tells you to either buy or sell, in this case here, sell the first Gartley pattern in the next leg of a bear market, or the first leg of a bear market. And that's what we would be looking at here, folks. And so, you want to be, again, when we're taking a look at this, and I'm going through these charts and so forth, just part of my personality is to be positive. In fact, there's what's it called, post-traumatic stress syndrome. That sometimes people have. I think we got to just change, the names of things that we've got there. I don't think you should have post-traumatic stress syndrome. It's got to be something more like, you got to have people thinking positive, not negative thoughts. And anyway, folks, let's go to our first caller. We've got Kevin in California. Kevin, thanks for calling.
Steve, hey, man, I enjoy your show. What is it that you teach in your letter that's different than what you do here?
Well, what's different is, number one, you're going to get some specific trades and the money management aspect of it. So, actually, when you take a look at what it is that we're doing here from a charting standpoint, what most people try to focus on is maybe an entry point or an exit point. I will tell you that the biggest secret to making money is understanding position sizing and understanding stop techniques that are in there. It's understanding how to go ahead and find some patterns to go ahead and let your profits run, if you will. And so you get that aspect of it. We take a look at all different types of vehicles to trade in, other correlations. So you get, what you're getting here is really just the abbreviated version of what you get in the newsletter. But here's the cool thing. You can check it out for 30 days with a money-back guarantee, and what you'll find is just like some of the other folks that send me emails, it'll be a great journey for us. So, Kevin, thanks for calling. I appreciate it. You betcha. 877-927-6648, folks.
Hi, folks. This is Tom O'Brien. If you want to get great trade setups in equity as well as the option market, come over to TFNN.com and test drive my daily newsletter, Market Insights, for 2 weeks absolutely free. Each trade setup comes with a profit projection as well as stop placement. Included in Market Insights is a Twitter alert service. This allows you to take advantage of intraday setups. Volatility is back in the markets. What does that mean to you? To me, it spells short-term opportunity each and every day. The days of trending up on lighter volume are gone. We have come off the highs with volume across the globe. Don't get caught in a complacency trap. Many of the indices have given back 2 months of trading in 1 week. We have a trader's market. You can take advantage of this trader's market by test driving my daily newsletter, Market Insights, free for 2 weeks. Market Insights will give you the edge you're looking for in the markets. Go to TFNN.com, under newsletter, hit the Market Insight tab for your 2-week free test drive right here, right now. Tom O'Brien's weekly newsletter, The Gold Report, gives traders, investors, and money managers a thorough strategy for trading the gold market. If you're an investor in gold or any of the gold mining equities, this newsletter is an essential tool that can help you become a better trader in the gold market. The Gold Report comes out every Monday with complete coverage of the entire gold market, including the XAU, HUI, the dollar, the bond, the rand, more than 40 different mining equities, as well as some of the most popular precious metal ETFs, including the GDX and the SLV. For as low as $75 per month, you can gain access to Tom O'Brien's Gold Report that will help you take advantage of investment opportunities at the current historic gold price levels. To order your Gold Report today with a free 30-day trial subscription, log on to tfnn.com or call our office directly at 877-518-9190. Great Basin Gold is a mining company engaged in the exploration and development of two emerging gold properties in Nevada and South Africa with a total resource base of more than 23 million gold ounces. Great Basin Burnstone Mine in South Africa opened in February of this year with a resource of 20 million gold ounces, becoming the first mine to open in the historic Witwatersrand Basin in the last 30 years. The Burnstone Mine is projected to have a 25-year mine life and is fully financed with production anticipated to be over 250,000 ounces per year at a cash cost of only $450 per ounce. The Hollister Mine in Nevada became fully integrated in the fourth quarter of 2010 with annual production estimates of 110,000 ounces of gold per year over the 8-year mine life at a cash cost of only $527 per ounce. Great Basin Gold is cash flow positive and trades on the Toronto and New York stock exchanges under the symbol GBG.
What type of investor are you? Conservative, moderate, or aggressive? No matter your investor personality, your overall portfolio should reflect your financial goals, time horizon, and your risk tolerance. Help ensure your portfolio is appropriately invested with an asset allocation plan from Morgan Stanley Smith Barney. Simply picking the right stocks is not enough. Research has shown that choosing the right proportion of stocks, bonds, and cash is essential to the success of your long-term investments. Morgan Stanley Smith Barney believes a carefully selected portfolio can lower your volatility and increase investment return potential. Find out about what asset allocation and a Morgan Stanley Smith Barney financial advisor can do for you. Call Angelo O'Brien, financial advisor and certified financial planner of the Clearwater, Florida branch at 727-441-6108 today to discuss your personal financial needs. Asset allocation does not assure a profit or protect against loss in declining financial markets. Investments and services are offered through Morgan Stanley Smith Barney, LLC. Member SIPC.
This segment is brought to you by Harmony Gold. For more information, just click the Harmony Gold banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
It's always better when we're together. Yeah, we'll look at them stars when we're together. Well, it's always better when we're together. Yeah, it's always better when we're together.
It absolutely is, folks. Welcome back, 877-927-6648. Thanks so much for joining me. And just a quick follow-up to Kevin, because he asked really a great question. What else do you get in my newsletter that you don't get here? And, one of the things that I know that most of our subscribers, listeners, members like to trade are the ETFs. I mean, ETFs have become extremely popular. We've gone from maybe 15 years ago where there were like 9 ETFs to we have over 900 ETFs right now. When you're trading those ETFs, especially when you start trading leveraged ETFs, it's so important to be able to dive down inside the ETF to understand. Like even if you're trading the SPY, for example, the SPY is broken down into 9 sectors. If you go to the Spiders ETF website, you'll see the 9 different sectors that are broken down. With inside each sector, you then have a weighting inside there. And so, Kevin, one of the things that I do is I go through each of those because it's important to understand. You want to play, if you're going long, you want to be taking a look at the strong sectors. If you're going short, you want to be taking a look at the weak sectors. And so you've got that. I also have a scanner, folks, that scans all the stocks that are out there, and they look at it on intraday, on daily, on weekly, and I look for specific candle patterns. I've talked to you about the hammer candle on the NYSE on a weekly basis, how important that low is. And so I like to trade hammers because hammers are a great reward to risk. It's where your back is up against the wall. And the other thing that you really get with me is you also get where what's the most difficult thing to trade that I've learned is where you are playing the counter trend, and where you've got a pattern that's setting up. It's just like Tuesday morning, okay? And I promise you, on Tuesday morning, at 7:30 when I sent my video newsletter out to folks, that and the Dow was down 200 points or what have you, and the world seemed to be falling apart. There weren't too many people that were sending out newsletters saying, here's a list of buys. I had 11 equities. Some were ETFs, some were stocks or what have you, and said, here are 11 positions that are good, and here's the price where you should take a position. If it opens up lower than that, even better, you buy it at a little bit better discount. And so those are the types of things that you get. But anyways, thanks for calling, Kevin. And let's go to Mike in Lakeland. Mike, how are you doing today?
Good, Steve. Thanks for everything you do.
Thank you.
I heard you comment with regard to the gold on the 3-drive pattern. I didn't get a chance to see it. I have it up now, though, your TV view.
Yeah.
But I didn't hear your conclusion, and I'm a bit confused on this this gold futures contract as to where you think we are or where this thing might be going here.
Well, on the 3-drive pattern right now, what you've really got is you've got a trading range from the top to the bottom. You've got this 1705, to the high up there. Now, I was using the 3-drive to the pattern there just to correlate it to the DAX and maybe what we might be able to expect there. When we had this 3-drive to the top here, we ended up retracing back to what seemed like a normal area, the 1700 level. And as we came into that, not only were you coming back to a 618 retracement area on this 30-minute chart, you were coming into there with a 3-drive to a bottom pattern, and this thing went back up to the top. So it was really just taking a look at the DAX and where maybe the DAX might go. But if you take a look at gold, and let me pull this up here. Let me pull up a different chart for just a moment. Let me pull up this. I've got the 60-minute chart. So if you're inside TigerTV, I'm glad that you're watching that. And on TigerTV, so we're taking a look at the high that gold made at 3 o'clock on September 16th. So we're looking at that $1,920 level. And where we move down to, what we're doing right now is you can see that we move down to pretty close to the 0.618 of the move that's going from 5 in the morning from August the 25th, 2011, all the way to the high that we made. And so you can see as we pulled back on the 60-minute chart, we pulled back into the 0.618 area. So on the 30-minute chart, that was a 3-drive to a bottom pattern. Right now what we've got going is we've got an ABC up pattern that could take us to the 1881 or the 1895. But if you're good enough to stay on through the next break, I'll show you the Gartley pattern, an ideal place if you play the gold futures where you might want to take a look at getting short gold. Okay? So folks, 877-927-6648, and we'll be back in a moment.
Well, it's always better when we're together. Yeah, it's always better when we're together.
TFNN is proud to bring you the cutting edge of newsletters. Ken Shreve's Ultimate Growth Stocks. Ken is a top-down investor who lets price and volume in the major stock indices tell him when to be in the market and when to be out. By using his unique blend of fundamental and technical analysis, Ken will protect your hard-earned capital while realizing breakout gains. Go to TFNN.com today. Click Investments Newsletters and get Ken Shreve's Ultimate Growth Stocks free for 2 weeks.
Studies show that 10,000 hours is what it takes to achieve outstanding results, unless you use the power of leverage. The power of leverage, folks, is key to attaining outstanding success in your trading and investing. I'm Steve Rhodes, co-host of The Money Masters with Tom O'Brien, seen daily at TFNN.com, and author of Mastering Probability, a daily trading and investment newsletter. Let me take your trading to a new level, a whole new level. Let me teach you the secrets that the real money masters use each and every day to produce consistent financial results. On top of that, I'll transform your life in ways you never thought imaginable. You'll overcome hurdles like an Olympian. Here's the beauty. I'm so certain that I'll transform your life. I'm giving you a 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee. Time, folks, something you'll never get back. The time is now to take action. Go to the homepage of TFNN.com and order Mastering Probability. It'll change your life forever. At Tiger Metal Exchange, we pay you more for converting your jewelry to cash.
Let's go to Brian in New Jersey. Hey, Brian, what's going on?
Hey, Tom, just want to let you know I did give you some jewelry. My jeweler offered me about $650, but you get a check in the mail tomorrow for about $1,200.
At Tiger Metal Exchange, it's all about honesty when converting your jewelry to cash.
Okay, let's go to Paul in Florida first. Hey, Paul, what's going on?
I want to commend you on the Tiger Metal Exchange. I just did a deal with you guys the other day.
Oh, good.
And very happy.
Well, I appreciate it. Now, did you sell us jewelry or did you buy coins off us?
I sold you jewelry.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome.
What we waited at was less than you guys said, so, you know, you're totally honest.
At Tiger Metal Exchange, we give you the tools to value your gold, and it's absolutely free. Call 866-618-8888 or log on to TigerMetalExchange.com. We've created the easiest, safest, and most honest cash for gold process. Tiger Metal Exchange. It's the only call you need to make.
TFNN introduces Tiger TV. Tiger TV brings you video content to help you succeed in the financial markets and beyond. Investors and traders can get in-depth information, news, commentary, and education for investing and trading equities, options, commodities, forex, futures, and more. Just go to TFNN.com and click Tiger TV and select your favorite channel from the carousel on the left. Grab a popcorn and get ready for Tiger TV, a great new service from TFNN.com. This segment is brought to you by South American Silver Corporation. For more information, just click the South American Silver Corporation banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
It's always better when we're together. Yeah, we'll look at them stars when we're together. Well, it's always better when we're together. Yeah, it's always better when we're together.
It absolutely is, folks, and we're on with our co-host Mike from Lakeland. We're taking a look at the gold contract. And Mike is watching this on Tiger TV, and you should too, because I promise that I will teach you something. I hope to teach you something. So, Mike, one of the first things that we're looking at, we're on the 60-minute contract on gold, okay? And so we're looking at the A to B, C to D. Now, the A point is going to be on the 11 o'clock time frame, and the low that we have there was 1793.80. And the high that we made, the B point that we're looking at that took place at 10 o'clock at night on September the 7th. The high there is 1846.60. That was a $52.90 move. It pulls back, and it pulls back to the low. The C point here is going to be at 1828. That was at 6 in the morning this morning, as a matter of fact. No, 6 in the morning. Yeah, 6 in the morning this morning. Yeah, okay. Time is flying. Okay, now, first thing is when you take a look at, that's a very shallow retracement. If you have a Fibonacci tool and you go from the A to the B point, what you can see is that it pulled back to just a 0.382 retracement. Typically, when I see an ABC pattern where you only pull back to 0.382 retracement, that also is telling me we're likely to do a 1 to 1.272 A to B equals C to D, meaning your C to D leg is going to be longer than the A to B leg. If that's the case, okay, and that's the first thing that I just kind of notate, if you will, and that would say that we would see gold get back up to 1895 if it makes a 1 to 1.272. The next thing that I look at is I take a look at the C to D leg, the candles. Are we staying to the left? Are we inside? Are we staying to the right of the formation angle? You see, the angle of my A to B line is the same as the C to D. If you're staying on that line or you're staying to the left, that's also confirming that you've got some strength in the move from a time standpoint, and that would also help you to expect the move up to that 1.272 area. If we start going over to the right-hand side, if you will, meaning it's taking a lot more time to get up to that price level, that's telling you that you've got some real weakness. And we'll go back to the left side of this gold contract, and you'll see exactly what I'm saying there. So you want to keep your eye on that. So a 1-to-1 will take you to the 1881 area, and the 1 to 1.272 will take you to the 1895 area. Both those areas really are important, because now what you want to do is you want to take a look at your retracement tool from the high that we made, that $1,923, all the way down to the low of that $1,793. When you then take a look at your retracement tool, what you will see is you will see the 618 is at 1874. Remember, 1-to-1 A to B equals C to C to D would be at the 1881 level. So if things are getting weaker, that might be as far as the move goes, and that would actually be a Gertley sell pattern. All right? But if you look at the 786, here's the real cool thing. This is where you've got sacred geometry. I call it sacred because it's where, you know, everything comes together. It really gives you, you know, the best place to be able to put on a trade. The 786 completes exactly where the 1 to 1.272 in that 1895 area. So you'd have a 1 to 1.272 ABCD complete there. You'd have a 786. And, you know, if you were going to trade this thing, you almost have to have a wide enough stop, because you don't know exactly where price is going to stop. You just simply know the range. And so, and if you get above the 0.618 because of the way that the math works here, what that tells you is that you're likely going to go to the 786 area. And so, you know, if that is too much of a risk to take that trade, then what you do is you just simply wait to the 786. If you miss out on the trade, so be it. No big deal, because this is really all about the risk management piece of it. But it's a real nice pattern that's setting up on the gold contract.
Okie doke.
Does that?
All right, very good.
Does that help?
Very good, Steve. Yeah, it does, very much so.
Okay.
And I was looking. I also like to use the 240-minute.
Sure.
And I was just going back. I was going back to the previous top, and I was looking at this area we're at right now.
Okay.
At this 1856, and I had like a bit of a neckline drawn there. I mean, the symmetry on this is unbelievable. Coming back to that other top.
No, for sure.
And I'm seeing a bit of a neckline going back to that previous top. Almost perfect symmetry right here.
Yeah.
But, I guess we'll see.
Here's the key is certainly is to look. You're a great trader, a very experienced trader. You're looking at these patterns, and you got to trade on the time frame that makes sense. That makes sense to you. And so the other thing. So if you take a look at what it is that you're looking at, I still got the 60-minute up in my chart. We are running into a turbulence exactly where you would expect to run into turbulence, because if you go over to the left side, you see this long-range bar that we're inside here right now. So we had a lot of selling that was taking place here. So you would expect people, you would expect turbulence here. And one quick thing, I want to go back on the 60-minute chart here. I mentioned where if you start on your C to D, if you start to get kind of weak, it tells you, tells you a lot about the move. Well, if you take a look on the 60-minute chart of the last ABC up that we made, that's going back to the 6 a.m. time frame on August 25th. The low there was in the 1705 range, all the way up to the B point, which was at about 10 p.m. Around 8 p.m. I think, 8 p.m. on August 28th. The high there was 1832, and then we came down to the 1779 area, and that was in the 4 o'clock time frame on August 29th. You'll see that on the C to D that I have drawn there, you'll see how we started going all on time-wise way to the right of that line, of that formation angle, if you will. And sure enough, as soon as gold got completed that ABC pattern, went ahead and tested that high, it absolutely gave it up, and retraced back to the 0.618 area. So it's really helpful. I don't know if the tool that you use for forming your ABCs, if it maintains the same angle, but use that, because it's really helpful from a trading standpoint to understand where the move might be going and where it's going to lose steam.
Thank you. I had never seen that before, so that's very helpful.
Yeah, my pleasure. Thanks for calling. I appreciate it. And folks, 877-927-6648. Love to hear from you folks. For all of us contributors, it's always so cool when we have folks call in. So thank you, Kevin. Thank you, Mike, for calling in. We really appreciate it. Let's go take a look at the. We've got enough trading going on. Let's go take a look at the 10-minute chart. Let's go take a look at I got the 10-minute chart up here on the Qs, so let's stay with the Qs. Now on the 10-minute chart, what you'll see is I have a couple of notations there, and you should have this too on your intraday charts. I've got the 53.77 area, I've got a line drawn there, and the 55.34, because what I know is that's the low and the high of that March 16th candle. Real important candle because of the volume that we've got there. Real important because depending on if you were a day trader, what you likely will see is some agitation as we get into that 55.34 area. That's what it looks like the Qs are trying to do here right now. And folks, 877-927-6648. Give me a call as we go into our last segment.
It's better when we're together.
Put the power of the Chapman Wave methodology to work for you. No matter what market you trade, what time frame you trade in, or your trading style, the Opening Call, Basil Chapman's daily market newsletter, is bursting with the information and trades you need to become a more successful trader.
I've been using Basil Chapman's Chapman Wave methodology for several years now. His Chapman Wave can be used for any time period for not only equities, but futures, currencies, commodities. I've been also a subscriber of his opening call, which I find an invaluable tool to help me analyze the potential of the market each day. He gives you opportunities to go short and long. It includes recommendations on stocks. I strongly recommend people using the Chapman Wave, and I very, very strongly support the use of his opening call.
To find out more about Basil Chapman and his Chapman Wave methodology, and to get your 2-week free trial of the opening call, a $64 value, visit tfnn.com today. Looking for some extra cash to help pay off some of your bills? Let Tiger Metal Exchange convert your unwanted jewelry to cash. We pay out 80% of the market price for gold. Our payouts are the highest in the industry, more than double our largest competitors. And we've created the safest, easiest, and most straightforward process for converting your jewelry to cash. Log on to TigerMetalExchange.com and get your free scale, your free eye loop, and get the cash you deserve now. We provide a free online calculator that converts your jewelry to cash at up-to-the-minute spot prices. We insure your items for up to $75,000 per shipment free of charge. We videotape the entire valuation process so that you can view it online. You can call us toll-free at 866-618-8888 or log on to TigerMetalExchange.com. Let Tiger Metal Exchange put more cash in your pocket without ever leaving the comfort of your home. Join the list of thousands of satisfied customers and go to TigerMetalExchange.com. It's the only click you need to make.
Studies show that 10,000 hours is what it takes to achieve outstanding results, unless you use the power of leverage. The power of leverage, folks, is key to attaining outstanding success in your trading and investing. I'm Steve Rhodes, co-host of The Money Masters with Tom O'Brien, seen daily at TFNN.com, and author of Mastering Probability, a daily trading and investment newsletter. Let me take your trading to a new level, a whole new level. Let me teach you the secrets that the real money masters use each and every day to produce consistent financial results. On top of that, I'll transform your life in ways you never thought imaginable. You'll overcome hurdles like an Olympian. Here's the beauty. I'm so certain that I'll transform your life. I'm giving you a 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee. Time, folks. Something you'll never get back. The time is now to take action. Go to the homepage of TFNN.com and order Mastering Probability. It'll change your life forever.
Would you like to discover the next great tech stock? David White, TFNN's technology guru, has just launched his new newsletter, The Technology Insider. In his newsletter, David will be looking for those shining stars that may turn into the next Apple, Microsoft, or Cisco. David combines his technology background as a software programmer with his market skills as a successful professional trader to give you this unique newsletter. We're on the verge of the next great tech run. With the Technology Insider, you'll be in front of the run-up and not lagging behind. David is developing a long-term investment portfolio. Therefore, we're only offering the Technology Insider as an annual subscription with a remarkable price of only $395. That's right, for a little over $1 a day, you'll receive the fundamental technology wisdom and technical trading skills of the Technology Insider David White. What are you waiting for? Go to the front of TFNN.com, click on the link on the front page, sign up for your 2-week free trial, and become a Technology Insider today.
This segment is brought to you by Great Panther Silver. For more information, just click the Great Panther Silver banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
It's always better when we're together. Yeah, we'll look at them stars when we're together. Well, it's always better when we're together. Yeah, it's always better when we're together.
Absolutely, folks. Welcome back. We're cruising into our last segment, 877-927-6648. And let's just kind of follow up on our last call from Mike where we were taking a look at the gold contract. But instead, in this case here, I'm going to one of my favorite stores to shop at, Costco. I don't know about you folks, but I love going in there. You can save so much money, great products, great customer service. And, and they're over we've got folks that are over in Washington, Spokane area. And, great company. I believe they're headquartered over in Washington. And, I love stocks like this. And when I mean stocks like this is I love when we're at or near highs, because, you know, what's beautiful about a stock like that when you think about it, it's a big party because everybody's in the money. You know, I love Ken Shreves, and I love his breakout investing. In fact, Ken's got his show on today from 3 to 4, and it's definitely a show that you should stay tuned to, because, you know, when things are good, folks, you know, when you get a picture where you've got stock where everybody is in the money, it's like Apple. It's a great party, and you like to look and you like to find stocks like this. You like to find them when they're also breaking out on some volume. You like to be able to, you know, buy some of their shallow retracements or what have you. In the case of Costco, we were talking about ABC patterns in the case of the gold contract. And we're talking about when you do a shallow retracement, when you only do a 0.382 retracement, how you usually will do a 1 to 1.272, A to B equals C to D, and how important it is to follow the price on the time standpoint along your C to D time frame. In this case here, I've got a weekly chart up on Costco, and going back to the March 09 time frame, wow, there's no big surprise there. The low in the $38 range, all the way up to the B point that it made in the $62 range around March 5th, 2010. It then pulls back to $53. Now, I'm going to take out my retracement tool, and this is why you've got to understand sacred geometry. You've got to understand Fibonacci numbers. This thing pulls back to the 0.382, just like that 60-minute contract on the gold contract they were looking at. The actual 0.382, because we're not about perfection here, folks. We're just about being outstanding. That's you and me. It was 52.97. Remember, it got down to 53.35. Close enough for me. Absolutely close enough. And so what does Costco stock do? And by the way, it's COST is the symbol. The 1.272 is 83.77. What's Costco get up to? I don't make this stuff up. 83.95. You know, how does it do that within 20 cents or so of the target price? Now, what then, you know, you make a 1 to 1.272. You get up over its old highs here. Everybody's having a party. You know, some people decide, hey, I want to cash in and go to a different party. They probably got a 1.272 extension. Yeah, the 1.272 expansion off of its last swing would have taken it to 85.24. So you had, you know, a nice butterfly pattern. You had a 1 to 1.272. This was following inside the left side of that C to D leg. So it shows you how it works. And Costco pulls back, and now we're back up towards the highs again. It's at 80.72, and the all-time high again being that 83 in change area. So, you know, and watch for it to get above that. You know, this is also, Costco is one of those companies that's going to thrive during difficult times. Warren Buffett, I believe he went out there and he bought, it wasn't Dollar Tree, it was one of those dollar stores. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think he went out and, you know, and took either a huge position in that. And, you know, here's a guy with all kinds of money, right? And you think that he's thinking that the economy long-term is going to be great? You know, because those dollar stores, you know, they do great in economies where you know, people have to save money. And absolutely, folks, we're in the worst bear market possible. You know, we're going to always take a look, and we're going to have a positive attitude whether the market's going up or going down. What we want to do is we want to teach you how to make money, because, folks, what we know is that you've got an amazing power within yourself, and that power is so strong that it will bring about miraculous outcomes. You can produce a life of abundance. You can cure incurable diseases, build billion-dollar businesses. But most importantly, you can become a magnificent money master. Folks, thanks for being with us. Until next time, live with gratitude. Stay tuned for Larry Pesavento. See you later, folks.
Together.